Right, it's a massive, massive night of boxing at the O2 this weekend. Joining me to discuss that and more is our boxing correspondent, Sophia De Stefano. Sophia, welcome. Let's kick off with the headline act, Anthony Joshua. He dispatched of Dillian Whyte, actually, in the end, quite comfortably, but he didn't have it all his own way.
No, not at all. Obviously, the build-up, the fight definitely lived up to the build-up. First round, he came out guns blazing. Everyone thought, oh, here we go. It's going to be first-round knockout, as he has done in so many of his other fights. And then
it descended into chaos.
Then there's a huge melee and all sorts of parts of the teams were jumping in the ring.
You were there. Tell us what you saw.
I was there, and the atmosphere was so intense. I'd say it was one of the best atmospheres I've ever been to for a boxing show. But basically, Anthony Joshua threw a punch after the bell. Dillian Whyte did not take very kindly to that, then came back swinging. Poor ref gets stuck in, right in the middle of it. But thankfully, it all calmed down. But the second round, obviously, Dillian Whyte took that to heart and rocked Anthony Joshua a little bit. But then, seventh round, he got back into it, used his jab effectively. Seventh round, bang, uppercut, lights out. Up
until that point, he hadn't heard the bell for the fourth round, Anthony Joshua.
No.
It took him to the seventh.
It was a great,
What have we learned
test
about it? Has he got the minerals to go on and be world champion right now, or does he still need... Because they talk of Chisora as the next fight. He wants to avoid the other big heads.
Jason, it was definitely a fantastic test for him. Like you said, he's never gone past 3 rounds. His chin was tested, which is exactly what he needed. He showed heart. He's said himself he's not ready for the likes of a Klitschko, Fury, or even David Haye when he starts coming back after a few fights. But I think Chisora will be good. Chisora's off the back of 4 wins now. He's back in the mix, and he wants to do it the traditional way. He wants to do British title and Commonwealth, which he's just won. Then he wants to do the European, a bit how a journey of like Fury did, and then back onto the world title. Okay. And I do believe he will be world champion, 100% one day. OK, let's talk about the middleweight fight that took place. Chris Eubank Jr., he beat Gary O'Sullivan, who was forced to quit after 7 rounds. Is he starting to emulate his dad? Yes, it was an emphatic display, very impressive display. And I would like to say they are similar, but he's very adamant that he's his own man. He's now a mandatory challenger for the WBA against Daniel Jacobs. So that fight could be happening next year, and then he could be world champion.
He's not ready for Golovkin yet, is he?
Yeah, let's get Jacobs out the way, get the title, and then possibly a unification fight.
Well, it wasn't always a success at the weekend for British fighters. Luke Campbell lost his first fight, his first pro fight, I should say.
Yeah,
Bit of a shock. He lost it on points.
Yeah, he lost to Mendy, and it was definitely the shock of the night, 100%. But I don't think it's going to be too detrimental to his career. It's a loss on his record, but I think he'll learn a hell of a lot from the fight. Unfortunately, Kevin Mitchell is a fighter who also lost that on that night, and you know, people are saying that could be the end of the road for him. He's been in 3 world title fights. It was a world title eliminator fight. It's such a shame because everyone's getting so excited. If he won that, he would fight Anthony Crolla for the British showdown, but wasn't meant to be.
31 years of age.
Fantastic night.
Indeed. Sophia, thank you very much. Now, the basketball and the London Lions are the only capital side we have.